Welcome, my friends. Yes, welcome to another episode of Nintendo Nightcap, bringing you all the latest Nintendo news. And today we got three pretty big stories, including a possible leak for the title of the next Mario animated movie, plus one of the front runners, if not the front runner for Game of the Year, Clair Obscure Expedition 33, might be coming to the Switch too. The developer talks about the possibilities, and Avalanche Studios, the guys behind the Hogwarts Legacy port on the Switch 1, has revealed a 1-minute trailer showing just how big the differences are for Hogwarts Legacy on the Switch 2 over the Switch 1, and it is massive. We're going to look at that trailer in full. But before we get into all of that, don't forget, right here, you can win yourself a Switch 2 when we will be giving away a system on the launch date in our 24-hour stream. Feel sorry for me, my good friends. It's going to be 18 hours of Mario Kart, 2 hours of Split Fiction, and probably 2 hours of Cyberpunk. But if you want to win yourself a system, the Nintendo Switch 2, then make sure you like and subscribe and tune in on the day of launch during our 24-hour giveaway. Now, with all of that being said, my good friends, let's get into the first story of today, which has to be, I think, the Avalanche Studios trailer of Hogwarts Legacy on the Switch 2, because it is amazing. It looks at the differences between the version on the Switch 2 and the original Switch, and we can look at the trailer right here. Instantly, what stands out, of course, is the image quality. The upgrade in that looks amazing. We know it's running 1440p. The detail in the models, the details on the surfaces, the assets, the improvement and inclusion of anti-aliasing, it's all very present here. Not to mention the FPS. We can see now there's no loading when you go from one side of the world to the other side. It all looks super, super good, butter smooth. Also, the lighting is vastly improved. We can see here when you're gliding through, flying on your broomstick throughout the world, the color difference is amazing. As I said, the lighting is just so much more apparent. All the assets have been upgraded. It is a beautiful, beautiful looking trailer. I believe it's running 60 frames. Am I right? I'm not sure, but it's definitely running 1440p. It's got HDR included in it as well. And I think this is a very clever trailer from Avalanche Studios to release, because right off the bat, you can see why wouldn't you upgrade? They have, as I said yesterday, already announced you can buy a $10 upgrade patch if you own the original game. And actually, I've had a look on the eShop, and the game is currently on offer, I think, for $18. So even if you don't own the game, you can currently get that game on sale and then just pay the extra $10 at launch for the upgrade, and you'll be getting a damn good deal. So it's something to think about. So, let me know in the chats what you think about this. Are you as impressed with the upgrade as I am? Are you planning on buying the game on the Switch 2 after seeing this trailer? I think it looks amazing. But off to the next story of the day. If there's one game that has been spoken about maybe more than any other game this year, then surely that game is Clair Obscure Expedition 33. The game, which has a 92% rating on Metacritic.com, has taken the gaming world by storm, and as I said earlier, it's probably the front runner for Game of the Year. It has been made by Sanfor, a collection of ex-Ubisoft staff, and it is a game that everyone wants to play, but it's not on the Switch 2. But is that about to change? Because the CEO of Sanfor was asked that very question, and this is what he had to say about a possible release on the Switch 2. The CEO of Sanfor, Guillaume Broche, had this to say. Well, at this point, considering the success of the game, it kind of changes everything, so clearly it's too early to say. But we're kind of in a situation where, let's say, there are lots of opportunities showing up, way too many at once, and we're figuring out what we'll go for and what we won't. But yeah, it's definitely something that could be interesting. So there you go, my friend. Not a confirmation, but at least a statement that leaves the doors open for a possible port in the future. These are the types of games that we want to be getting on the Switch 2. Of course, the fact that they haven't started the port means we are years away from that even being a possibility. And I hope down the line that if in the future they do release DLC, then they release a version on the Switch 2 with all the DLC included, or something that has some kind of exclusive content for the Switch 2, so that we're not just getting a really old port of a game, as good as the game seems to be. So there you go, my friends. Possibilities of Clair Expedition 33 appearing on the Switch 2. Are you excited about that? Let me know in the comments below. Now, the last story of the day. Well, my friends, it seems as though the title for the next Super Mario animated movie has been leaked, and that title is Super Mario World. Yes, my friends, thanks to Wario64, who had posted a list by NBC Universal, which had the title Super Mario World on that list of movies that would be appearing on Peacock after their theatrical run. Now, that list has since been taken down, meaning one of two things. Either that title is correct and someone is in deep trouble, or it's incorrect and they've taken it down for that reason. I believe it's the former. That clearly is the title, but why do I think that? Well, spoilers ahead if you haven't seen the first movie, but at the end of that super successful first Super Mario movie, we saw, of course, the Easter egg. We saw that Yoshi egg, hinting massively at what was to come in a future film. And just like the movie game Super Mario World, Yoshi will be making his intro into the movie franchise, and I'm super excited about it. What do you guys think? Do you guys believe this? Surely you do. Let me know in the chat below. What do you want to see from Yoshi in the movie? You know what I want? I want it to be just like the game when Yoshi could eat 95% of everything in that video game. I'm super excited. Who's going to be Yoshi in it? Charles? Who's going to be Yoshi in it? Who's going to be voicing it even? Charles Matinee? I have no idea. But I'm very excited to see this. Of course, it does have a launch date now. Is it March? I believe it's March 20-something next year. Anyways, my friends, that is all the stories for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget, you can win yourself a Switch 2 on launch. Just got to hit that like and subscribe and turn up on the day of launch in our 24-hour stream to celebrate the launch of the Switch 2. Until then, my friends, I will be back tomorrow with even more Nintendo news. Have an awesome night. Bye.